Imagine coming across something that simply shouldn't exist. And we're not talking about legends or inventions, but about real discoveries, recorded, preserved, and even displayed in museums. Objects and structures so enigmatic they seem out of place in time. From the depths of the sea to indecipherable manuscripts, each of them challenges science and forces us to rethink everything we know about our history. Today we're going to explore 4 of these discoveries that remain without a definitive explanation. Relics that carry a question impossible to ignore. Do we really know humanity's past? In 2011, a team of Swedish explorers known as Ocean X detected something strange at the bottom of the Baltic Sea. The sonar revealed a circular formation almost 200 feet across, resting 300 feet below the surface. The unsettling detail. The outline looked far too geometric. Steps, straight lines, even what seemed to be a ramp. Nothing like a simple rock shaped by the sea. The images quickly spread, and the inevitable comparison arose. It looked like a craft, perhaps one that had crashed there thousands of years ago. Skeptics rushed to dismiss it, claiming it was nothing more than a natural rock formation, the random play of geology. But to this day, that explanation hasn't convinced everyone. If it was just rock, then why were so many magnetic anomalies recorded around it? Equipment reportedly failed in the area, as if something hidden beneath the surface was interfering. Some scientists called for further study, but expeditions were halted, citing a lack of resources and harsh conditions. And that's where the mystery deepens. If it's really just a rock, why has there never been a complete investigation at the site? After all, what if it's something more? What if inside lies a story lost for centuries, perhaps the remains of a technology or something that didn't come from here at all? Among the greatest enigmas ever found in a library lies a book that seems to have come from another world. The Voynich Manuscript, discovered in the early 20th century, holds more than 200 pages filled with symbols, diagrams, and illustrations of plants that exist nowhere on Earth. What's most intriguing is that these are not random scribbles. The writing follows consistent linguistic patterns as if it were a real language, but to this day, no one has been able to translate it. Cryptographers, linguists, and even experts who once broke wartime codes have all tried, without success. The images deepen the mystery. Women immersed in strange tanks, cosmic-looking diagrams, plants impossible to identify. If it were just a hoax or pure invention, how could it maintain such coherence page after page? Some scholars believe the manuscript hides the knowledge of a lost civilization. Others suggest it might be the work of a brilliant, or disturbed, mind who simply invented an entire language. But with such strong internal consistency, it's hard to believe that no one, anywhere, was ever able to read it. And now, with the rise of artificial intelligence, a new question emerges. Could we one day finally decipher the manuscript? In 1901, Greek divers searching for ancient statues stumbled upon something unexpected in the wreck of a sunken ship, a cluster of gears corroded by time. At first glance, it looked like nothing more than scrap metal. But later studies revealed that this object was far more than rusted bronze. The so-called Antikythera Mechanism turned out to be a machine of astonishing complexity, a device capable of predicting eclipses, tracking the movements of the moon, and even calculating planetary cycles, all created more than 2,000 years ago. The most unsettling detail is that this technology seemed to have no equivalent in its time. The gears, the mathematical precision, the sophistication of the mechanism would only reappear in the Western world more than 1,000 years later, at the dawn of the scientific revolution. Even now, scientists use advanced CT scans and 3D modeling to try to fully understand how this machine worked. And the more they uncover, the clearer the paradox becomes. How could something so advanced exist in an era where, officially, this kind of knowledge simply shouldn't have been there? In 1938, a Chinese expedition to the Bayan-Karaula Mountains reported an astonishing find: hundreds of stone discs with spiral grooves resembling those of a vinyl record. Etched into these grooves were said to be tiny inscriptions, so small they could only be seen with a magnifying glass. According to reports, these inscriptions told an extraordinary story: the tale of a people called the Dropa, who came from the stars and became stranded on Earth after their spacecraft crashed. For some, the discs were evidence of ancient extraterrestrial contact. The mystery deepens because, to this day, there is no consensus on their authenticity. Some researchers claim the discs vanished into private collections or forgotten archives. Others insist they never truly existed, being nothing more than a journalistic invention from the 1960s. Yet images and descriptions still circulate, showing discs with central holes and strange patterns of writing. Even if many dismiss them as a hoax, the question remains: if they were real, why did they disappear? And if they were fake, why do they still captivate so many people today? In the end, the Dropa stones are a mystery in themselves, a case where doubt proves just as powerful as evidence. From the depths of the Baltic Sea, to a manuscript no one can read, to a machine centuries ahead of its time, and even mysterious stones that may have never existed at all. All these enigmas remind us of one thing: history is far from a closed book. Some of these mysteries may one day be solved, others may remain forever beyond our reach. But each of them forces us to ask an even deeper question: could someone have an interest in hiding part of this story? Will every discovery that doesn't fit our timeline always be dismissed as fraud or impossible? Subscribe if you also feel that something is still missing in our history.